Tommy with another best of 3 series in between the two pro players. So once again, let me just start by introducing them to you. As we have spawning here in the lower left in the red, it is SCARLETT from Canada, and her opponent spawning in the upper right in the blue, it is Hero from South Korea. As you can see, this has been played on the ASL tournament held in Valencia 2022 July, Dreamhack. So a very interesting series in between them. Let's just have a look exactly what they are preparing for us. As I already see on the minimap that Hero is really moving out early with his probe, perhaps just to block here the first expansion point from SCARLETT. SCARLETT of course bringing her down, but Hero with his great timing, no, hold on, he's not actually going to be able to cancel this. So SCARLETT taking her expansion quite convincingly here versus Hero. So Hero just on a scouting mission now, and just is perhaps very likely going to be as annoying as possible here against SCARLETT. At the same time, SCARLETT already making it out here with his overlord in the middle of the map. Let's check the build order from Hero. Pylon into gateway, so very likely just to defend his expansion. He's also having his gas up. SCARLETT continuing with her gas as well, and spawning pool. So the pretty standard build order here by the Zerg, and same can be said here for the Protoss. Perhaps a small mistake here by the Protoss not being able to cancel the point from the expansion, and a little bit of a misclick perhaps here by SCARLETT with her drones. Yeah, but she came back to mining pretty normally now as her gas is up. Spawning pool should be up really soon. And yeah, let's just see the tactics by them. Of course, SCARLETT is known for her timing pushes with some roaches, with some ravagers and some zerglings. Same can be said for the Protoss, who is also known for timing pushes with adapt, so it could be really interesting. Of course, some oracles would be a option as well early on for the Protoss versus the Zerg, just to snipe some drones. Yeah, let's have a look exactly what they're going for. The first queen are of course being spawned just for the defensive purposes, of course, to inject more and more larvae. And yeah, the cybernetic score is also being done here by Hero, as his expansion is also almost being done, as I see that he's hiding of course a Stargate into this location. But the overlord could of course float here over and see everything, as there are no stalkers yet for Hero. Now yeah, the first Zerglings do chase out this probe, so pretty standard open up like I told you. And yeah, worker wise both of them pretty much at the same count. Let's see exactly what Hero will be going here. Of course it should be an oracle, it might be a void ray just to snipe this overlord. And yeah, he's in the meantime just chrono boosting out more and more probes. Yeah, let's have a look what his plans are in the meantime. SCARLETT of course with her timing taking that expansion around the 2-minute and 30-second mark. Zergs take their second expansion point as some Zerglings are out, and the Adapt also moving here forward. Tries of course to scout the main from the Zerg. But yeah, of course no roach warrant yet for SCARLETT. There is her speed being done. Overlord still has nice vision. There is a gateway for Hero, as he's nicely blocking here the entrance against a Zergling's bust perhaps. And yeah, we see of course the first oracle, actually Hero going into a second oracle. Even a third oracle could be an option for him. Let's see what this one oracle can do, where exactly he's going to be attacking. SCARLETT prepared for this with her queens. The oracle keeps moving forward, goes straight for the main, but there is another queen here, so no spore yet into the main, so some kills could be made by this one oracle. Yes, indeed, 3 kills, actually 2 kills for this one oracle, and yeah, it has to retreat. Same time, SCARLETT losing another drone here into this location. Let's have a look if she can make something happen with those Zerglings, but no, Hero is nicely guarding this expansion. This is also taking more and more energy towards the other oracle. So yeah, pretty good harassment by Hero with his 3 kills. And yeah, more and more is being brought here by Hero, more and more oracles. Still 2 kills for this oracle, the other oracle is just staying here. Not that much HP for him. And yeah, there are actually 3 oracles on the field. There's even some adapts moving out by Hero. Let's see where exactly is this going to take him, as he's pretty much fully launching an attack towards SCARLETT. SCARLETT being prepared with her queens and with her Zerglings as well. So in come the 3 adapts. She should be able of course to hold this attack, as there's also so many Zerglings. And yeah, Hero pretty much has to retreat a little bit, but at the same time, of course, he's doing this just to buy time for his expansion. And yeah, now just pretty much retreating with 2 oracles. I believe 1 oracle has been snapped. Still, interesting enough, this one overlord is still alive. Now finally it's going to get snapped by those stalkers. So Hero might transition into a stalker zealot build order here as SCARLETT is coming forward with her Zerglings. And lastly, she snapped 5 probes here. At the same time, Hero also snapped 6 drones. I believe that could have been that 1 oracle which was still alive, perhaps into this location. So yeah, nice trade here in between the 2 pros as 2 more oracles are moving now forward towards SCARLETT's base. Let's see if Hero is going to be successful. The queens are nicely spread, but there's a nice micro here by Hero. He's going to be able to once again snipe just a couple of drones, 4 of them. So really good job by him. But worker wise there at the same count, Hero doing a new turn, perhaps waiting for more energy to be replenished here. As he once again might try to attack towards SCARLETT's base. He's taking this point. There is no spore, interesting enough, into this location for SCARLETT. And yeah, let's see the next move. Let's have a look at the build order now from Hero. Is going massively into gateways, some stalkers. He's of course known for his blink stalker strategy, as he still keeps those queens at bay at home for SCARLETT. At the same time, SCARLETT moving out with a small force. There is not that many defenses here, just a cannon. So the Zerglings might once again kill so many probes. Let's have a look if they're going to be successful. In the meantime, Hero just moving forward in the middle of the map. 2 probes have been killed. Perhaps some banings would also be a nice idea for SCARLETT, as she's going to be able to snipe some of those creep eggs. In a good position here for SCARLETT, as she might really do a nice surround onto those units. Hero tries of course to bring himself in a better position with those stalkers, but yeah, nice stuff by SCARLETT as she's able to snap so many stalkers. And I believe Hero might even try to recall. No, it's just blinking out. But yeah, those Zerglings are really fast. So nice job here by SCARLETT early on, sniping so many stalkers. Hero pretty much on the retreat and regrouping here with his reinforcements. And yeah, let's have a look what exactly the next steps are going to be. Hero still expanding all over the map. The same can be said for SCARLETT, as she's also taking this expansion point. So it's massively amounts of stalkers with oracles versus those Zerglings from SCARLETT. Still don't see a roach warrant. There is a baning's nest. Oh, hold on, there is that roach warrant. So she might transition into roaches with ravagers. Even some banings would be a nice idea, as slowly but steadily we're closing at the 10-minute mark. So yeah, being still on the defense, still nicely spraying that creep for SCARLETT, as in comes Hero with his stalkers. Actually great amount of stalkers, so he made it into a cancellation for SCARLETT. So yeah, nice job here by Hero, cancelling 1 expansion point for SCARLETT, and he's actually moving forward into the next point. Roaches are there, so roaches pretty great counter towards those stalkers for SCARLETT. Nice combination here by SCARLETT, as she's able to push here back Hero a little bit, but she needs to be careful. 1 queen has been sniped. And yeah, SCARLETT really doing a nice mix of units, queens with banelings with roaches against the stalkers and oracles from Hero. Nice engagement here, great defense by SCARLETT. Going to lose some Zerglings, but that's okay. The real damage dealer are of course those roaches. But at the same time, we see a punch here forward by SCARLETT, really nicely done with her banning, snapping 15 drones. Hero caught off guard. Still some banings are being left alive, and now she's actually pushing more and more forward. So Hero pretty much on the defense into his expansion point with his shield battery. But SCARLETT looking like she's not going to stop there, because the Oracle are doing so much damage. About 25 workers already snapped by SCARLETT versus Hero, as she now can retreat. So those banings did a really nice job against Hero. Pretty much Hero hurting so much of his economy. Look at that, he's only at 15 workers almost. So SCARLETT doing a nice job, and now she's transitioning into those ravagers. At the same time, some damage also being done here once again with those banings. So while SCARLETT defending, she's snapping so many workers. Hero pretty much under siege. as he has to regroup. Perhaps he has to transition into some other units. Let's see, Scarlet not looking like she's going to stop here. Those Zerglings are perfectly in the front, and now the Ravagers are being backed up by those Queens in the back. Nice Ravager balls towards those shield batteries, and this looks actually really good for Scarlet, as she's able to force her hero back, and the Baning still rolling over Hero, so Hero still taking so much economic damage. 15 more workers have been killed. The Banings are doing a great job. And yeah, now the Nexus is also going to get dropped here. So really nice job. At the same time, the second expansion point for Hero also taking so much damage. So Hero really a very hard game for him. It's nicely microing those stalkers, but Scarlet looking like she's not going to stop here. She's just moving forward and sniping building after building against Hero. And yes, indeed, that's going to be the GG. So Hero taking game number one, Scarlet taking game number one quite convincingly. Great job, great early. Number two, a really nice first game out of Scarlet. A nice push with her Roaches, with her Ravagers, and let's not forget that she also used those Banings really wisely, just crippling the economy from Hero. We have them spawned here on inside and out. Already we can see Hero moving out really early with his probe. I guess he once again wishes to cancel the expansion from Scarlet. So yeah, in the upper right in the blue it is Hero from South Korea, and in the lower left in the red it is Scarlet from Canada. So the international engagement continues here on the ESL tournament. Hero this time I believe he can make it, yes indeed, to cancel the first expansion point for Scarlet. So really early move out by him. This time it worked out, not just like in game number one, so perhaps a small advantage by Hero, just winning himself some time. And yes, Scarlet now takes her expansion, so no spawning pool, no extractor for her. A pretty standard open up for the Zerg. Let's have a look at Hero once again. Gateway, pylon into gateway, and I believe he should also have a gas. Yeah, just like in game number one, with a small difference, given the fact that this time the probe has been successful into denying the first expansion point for Scarlet. Where Scarlet, of course, continuing with her spawning pool. Extractor is also there, as her Overlord is also nicely moving out, and we have a nice burning building here. So yeah, inside and out also some nice lava here, with some plants. A very beautiful map. As we see a second probe move out, it gets scouted by the Overlord. The first probe is still here. Gas could be stolen, but very rarely happens. Let's see what is he going for. A double gas actually here for Hero. Is he once again going for some starport? Would be very interesting to see some oracles once again, or perhaps some void rays. There's the cybernetic score, there is the expansion, so a very regular build order for any Protoss versus the Zerg. And we're also closing at a 2-minute and 30-second mark, so this will indicate to us, of course, that Scarlet might take her second expansion really soon. Gas is up, there are the first Queens being made, so of course as soon as the spawning pool finishes for the Zerg, Queens are really important to be produced. Let's see, some drones do get transferred, and this probe wishes, of course, to see the timing, as we have the 2-minute and 30-second mark. So of course Hero knows this, he knows the timer. He tries, of course, to be annoying, even puts a pylon here, so very interesting job by him, winning himself some time. And yeah, nice cocky move by him. So let's see, he might even add another pylon. It could be a possibility, cancelling this one, and yeah, adding another one. Really annoying. Nice job by Hero. Scarlet might even consider to take another point. So yeah, this is really valuable time here for Hero. 30 more seconds, finally it gets cancelled. And yeah, really nice job by him, as there's 2 drones spawning. I believe it should be a Oracle. No, it's actually an Adept. So a lucky Adept move out. Very sneaky move by Hero, winning him 2 kills. Let's have a look. There is his first Oracle being made. And yeah, nice early harassment by Hero with 2 kills. And there's the expansion finally for Scarlet going out. So a much better earlier game this time for Hero. Let's have a look what his Oracle can be doing. Speed is also about to be finished, so Scarlet might also try to be abusive against Hero, but the walling is looking really nicely here for him. There's also one Adept here, and yeah, some Zerglings do actually make it here out. But yeah, this base is nicely defended. Notice how Hero leaves his Adept straight here in between those minerals, just to give him more protection. And yeah, let's see if where exactly that Oracle is out. I believe it's still being used defensively, but no, hold on. Now we actually have 2 Oracles, so 2 Oracles can be really deadly. 3 even better, but Hero, I believe, is going to stay at those 2 Oracles. Of course, they need energy to attack, so let's see how many kills, or is he going to have some kills. There was a spore here. Now he finally decides to go for some queens. The queens could heal themselves, but is there enough energy? 1 Oracle has fallen, but 1 queen has fallen here. And the second one might get snapped as well if there's no healing. So we have 2 kills, 2 very important kills for Hero. Is this able to snap 2 queens? Spores were ready for SCARLETT, but little did she know that Hero is actually going for her overlords, and now Hero is transitioning straight into massive gateway units. He's of course known for his pushes for his Stalker micro, just like in game number 1. Let's see if he's going to be more successful now in game number 2. And yeah, there are those Stalkers, and also some pushes with some adepts forcing SCARLETT to micro those drones. So yeah, Hero all over the place with a much better game now for him. Worker wise, we see SCARLETT now going for 48 versus the 42 by Hero, and Hero decides of course to defend now his bases. He's preparing a macro game. The adepts might try to shade out. Is it possible even though they're surrounded? Yes, it is possible. So yeah, very nice move by Hero. And yeah, let's have a look. There's a nice hidden roach warren, so SCARLETT might try once again a push with some roaches, with some ravagers. Could be a possibility, as Hero is this time the one pushing out with his stalkers. Blink is almost being done. He's actually chrono boosting out the blink, as the timing should be really good. As soon as he has that blink finished, the stalkers would very likely knock on the door from SCARLETT's expansion. Well, let's see how this turns out. Some stalkers are here with around 5 with some adepts. There is no observer, but there is this relevance being used by the Oracle just to see those eggs, those queen eggs, as more and more stalkers are being produced. And yeah, Hero showing us the advanced technology of the Protoss, as he can warp in some units next to those pylons. So we have pretty much a global attack now by Hero thanks to those pylons. SCARLETT tries of course to kill the pylons, but there's another one here, so Hero already attacking one. Queen might get snapped once again. It's getting healed. In come the roaches, but the reinforcements are really close by Hero. Some units are still more and more being morphed in. And the Zergs are in the front nicely here for SCARLETT. But yeah, it's a nice move by Hero. Great timing push by him. This time he's the one being aggressive. And let's have a look what exactly this is going to be happening. Another queen might get snapped. The Zerglings are nice in the front, but Hero could of course blink out, so this is exactly what he's doing. Great micro by him. Nice attack by SCARLETT of course, as some zealots are being now brought here for, but speed has not been done for them. So it's a pretty massive amount of stalkers versus queens versus Zerglings and ravagers from SCARLETT. Sadly for SCARLETT, she keeps losing queen after queen. Those queens are really important. And yeah, that micro is just outstanding here by Hero against SCARLETT, even evading those ravager balls. So yeah, he keeps sniping unit after unit. Of course his units are in the red now, but yeah, that micro is really good, and he just keeps morphing more and more units forward. More and more zealots. Of course the zealots will be used as cannon fodder versus the Zerglings and the ravagers, while the stalkers deal damage. Very nice game. The hatchery might get snapped. It would be really important for Hero to take it out. And yeah, there seems to have been some sort of a pause. Those players just go forward as the hatchery is going to fall. So nice snap by Hero. SCARLETT tries to move out with some Zerglings. Let's see, Hero has some defenses, has some pylons into some strategic positions. And yeah, finally she's going to be able to snap this pylon. Really important snipe by her, as there won't be any global reinforcements by Hero. So yeah, Hero pretty much has to make something happen here. In come the Zerglings. Finally SCARLETT with a nice move out, as she should be able to snipe some probes here, but this shield actually also healing those probes really nicely. Once again Hero with a advanced technology move. Let's see how those stalkers are going to be doing. Not that many zealots here for Hero, as he should be able of course to defend this. And notice how important it is to have that pylon into this location, just to teleport those units forward, just to keep the attack going, just like in the military, just like a military strategic point of view. Really nice job by Hero. But in the meantime, Scarlet taking her expansion here, and Hero finally sees this. I believe some oracles might have moved out, and now finally he's transitioning into another attack point. We see Scarlet also moving out with her Zerglings. Should be able to snipe this expansion really easily, or force a cancel. As cancel it is, as the Zerglings might get surrounded now. But now Scarlet really fast moving out. Some Zerglings will fall here. But yeah, Hero does a nice job, and I believe he could regroup. Speed has been done now for those zealots, as they're really important to be in the front. So just mass gateway units for Hero versus the Zerg. Let's have a look. The zealots are in the front, the Zerglings as well. Once again, Roaches, Ravagers, Zerglings, and let's see how this works. The Zerglings are nicely in the front. Hero is also microing those zealots in the back. Really good job, and he just keeps attacking and evading the fireballs out of the Ravagers. More and more reinforcements. I guess he just waited for those zealots to come in from the back. Finally they have arrived, and now they will take care of those Zerglings, not allowing them to attack the Stalkers. The zealots do exactly what they needed to. They die just to keep cover for those Stalkers. And yeah, let's see how this is going to unfold. Some oracles to come in just to back up those units. Maybe another queen might get sniped. The Stalkers are really low. I don't know why Hero just pushed here forward. He just sprint forward. I believe he's feeling really confident, but Scarlet is on Blight. She brings her reinforcements forward, and yeah, more and more Stalkers will fall. So Scarlet holds, and she is able to push Hero back. So perhaps a little bit of a mistake. Hero feeling really confident. Nice job by Scarlet holding and pushing this back. We should be fine now. The hatcheries are really low. It might get killed by the queens really soon. And yeah, Hero just keeps waiting here, just tries to of course kill unit after unit, but the roach number is really overwhelmingly. It's Hero now finally using once again the teleport from this pylon just to bring his zealots in a better position, and in come the oracles. Will be able actually to snipe the expansion, and the zealots also taking care of those reinforcements. Not only that, but now they might take care of those wounds. Really great job by Hero now, causing some chaos, and even decides to teleport back home with his zealots. So nice job by him. But in the end, yeah, Scarlet holding really nice. And yeah, she sadly lost that expansion, but it's okay for her, as she has actually lost quite some workers. She said only 17 versus 62 for Hero. So we have actually 4 oracles move out. And once again, he's nicely sniping those queens and those drones. Look at that, even more and more drones could be sniped here. Oracle is really strong. I always said this, that those units are really great to have. Very fast moving and nicely to abuse the enemy, especially his economy. So those oracles, look at that, 17 on this one, 15 on this one, 11 on this one, and you might even snipe some paintings into this location where the paintings are rolling in, but that might be really nice. At the same time, Scarlet also attacking this point. No defenses here, so she should be successful. Paintings are rolling in, but the Sim City builder is really nice. At the same time, this expansion has to be abandoned for Hero, as Scarlet is pretty much pouring over him, and the expansion is going to fall. So nice snap here by Scarlet, and also 15 workers for her. So really great job by Scarlet, as she's also bringing more time for those expansions to pump out more and more minerals. So let's see, it's still a balanced game. Stalkers once again. Scarlet not having so many units, she did suffer some losses. At the same time, some Zerglings do pull here forward, but the Zealots do warping here into this location, as the oracles once again are coming back, but there's not that much energy being left for them to attack. At the same time, a strong attack into this location. Scarlet not having so many queens. The fact that those queens have been sniped really hurt her production as well. Not only the economies, as she has to abandon this point. So we see some folks being killed here, but at the same time we see Scarlet losing the expansion. The Hero has to retreat with his probes and brings back his Stalkers into a more defensive position against Scarlet. So yeah, finally Scarlet is getting pushed back, but he did a nice job against the economy from Hero. 40 workers only left. not that much mining going on, as more and more Zerglings do pour in into this location, but there is no expansion here. At the same time, Hero also moving out quite a huge force. He has actually 83 army versus the 53 from Scarlet. He's trying, of course, to hurt the economy once again. Not that many zealots being left, just 2 of them, as he's pushing forward. But the Banelings also gets a great splash damage. Again, in the end, Hero nicely miking left and right, luring Scarlet out. We have a run by with some Zerglings into the main actually. So Scarlet really strongly pushing out against Hero. Yeah, let's see what is going to happen. More and more probes do get killed. The Stalkers are still in position, they still fight, they still micro out with that blink. And income once again those Oracles, and they do have a lot of energy. So let's see what Hero is going to be doing with them. He might even snap some Queens once again. He's moving here forward, he's taking care of those reinforcements, and the hatchery has been sniped. Same time, income the Oracles. What exactly is he going to attack with them? I believe some... He's actually going for the Queens once again, so really smart attack by Hero, taking care of those Queens, and now even attacking the Roaches, or is he? Now he's actually sniping unit after unit, so those Oracles proving to be really strong for him, as Roach after Roach is falling, and more Queens are falling here, as well as the reinforcements are pulling now forward for Hero. Hero once again with a nice blink forward. And this time the odds look very good for him, as he, yes indeed, is going to take game number 2. So it's currently 1-1. Let's just jump straight into game number 3. With game number 3, currently the score is 1-1, as both players are spawning this time on Moondance. So yeah, in the lower right in the blue it is Hero from South Korea, and in the upper left in the red it is Scarlet from Canada. So yeah, nice push by Hero, and those Oracles actually proving for him to be really strong. 5 Oracles it was in game number 2. I believe some of them even had above 20 kills, so a very strong unit to have. So Hero showing us his strengths. Of course, those pylons with those teleported units also really strong, with those Stalkers being teleported forward thanks to that pylon. So a global attack force for the Protoss in Starcraft 2. Let's see how Scarlet is going to react. With the same build order, going for that expansion. Hero also with the same build order, looking like taking the gas. He might take the second gas as well. This time Hero not deciding to attack the expansion point for Scarlet with the first probe, so playing really regularly. And yeah, let's have a look at his plans. Also, let's have a look at Scarlet. She's of course known for her timing pushes. It could be a strong push with some Roaches, Ravagers early on. Let's see if she's going to decide to rush Hero, but no, by the looks of it, currently she's going straight for the same build order. You're also finishing that gateway. In comes the cybernetic score, and really soon he's going to have minerals for his expansion. Yes, indeed, he's saving those minerals. In comes the overlord for Scarlet. She should be able to see the build order, so she should know there is no early harassment. But by the looks of it, Hero is also hiding a island here once again in the upper part. Is good, of course. I mean, once again, some units will be teleported very likely into this location, but he would also try to continue perhaps with a hidden starport into this location. Second gas is out. Cybernetic core is about to get finished, and let's have a look at Scarlet. Spawn pool with extractor, as the first queens are just being spawned, just like in game number 1. So the same build order. That overlord is also nicely pocking himself here. And one adept, of course, to abuse perhaps the middle line a little bit for Scarlet. Let's have a look. Is he going indeed for a Stargate? So in case this overlord would have floated here over this place, she might have saw that there is no starport, so she might have thought that there will be an attack with heavily gateway units, but yeah, no such thing yet. And once again, we see the 2 minute and 30 second mark with that second expansion for Scarlet. Speed is also being done. Let's see if she's going to try something out of the ordinary here. Currently, she will have to defend very likely against some Oracles early on. Hero, I'm pretty sure he's once again going to continue with those Oracles, as they have proven really deadly in game number 1. Check the worker count really quick. 22 for Scarlet, 26 already for Hero. Double gas for him. More and more adepts are being spawned, and here they are. So those adepts, of course, just to keep the Zerg at bay at home, just to scare him a little bit with those shaded units. not to allow him to move out, and also scout a little bit the expansion points from the Zerg. Let's check the Oracle. The first Oracle is getting spawned out, and the second Oracle might also be added, so Hero might wait for the second Oracle, or is he? Yes, indeed, the second Oracle, but the first one already moving forward. There is no Spore, just one Queen, so Hero with a nice move. SCARLETT's happy for her, not seeing that point there. I believe she's going to watch the replay, and luckily for her, she does kill the Oracle, but in the end she lost 5 workers as harassment by Hero. In comes the second Chrono boosted out Oracle. Some Zerglings are here in the front, but 3 Adepts should be able to hold this. And yeah, there is that second Oracle, and even the third one is being spawned, and 1 kill should be secured here for Hero. So yeah, those Oracles, look at that, he even snipes the larva, so feeling really confident with his Oracles, as he might snipe more and more workers. So SCARLETT caught a little bit of guard as more and more of her workers will be sniped here. Now finally she sees the cheese here. She sees the Oracle production factory, and yeah, she will very likely unpower it, but another Oracle is out, so Hero once again on the hunt. There's a Spore about to be finished, but the Oracle could be really fast. Now actually decides to migrate back. It's still a nice early game for Hero, as 4 Adepts are now moving forward. It was just to scare the Zerg a little bit, just to keep him at home. And yeah, he might even snap. No, he's actually shading out. Of course, Hero just buys himself some time, as we have passed really soon the 5-minute mark. Another expansion for Hero, as SCARLETT is moving interestingly out with some overloads into this location. She might upgrade them into those transport capability. And let's see what we can do here with those Zerglings. No way forward, as the Adepts are here to hold the position. So yeah, really good early game by Hero. I believe he sniped around 9 to 10 workers from SCARLETT. And yeah, another Oracle is still out. Look at that, 6 kills on this one. But yeah, SCARLETT should be fine now with her Spores, with her Queens. And yeah, there should be a Roach Warren, so we might see once again a timing push for double gas into that expansion point, really heavily onto gas. And yeah, still defending, still deciding to stay at home. And same thing can be said here for Hero, so both players of course respecting each other, as whoever wins this wins the series of the best of 3. Let's see what exactly the next moves are going to be. Still a very defensive gameplay by both players. Hero decides to take his next expansion, but yeah, SCARLETT also reacting with some Zerglings. Some Stalkers will be once again produced. It's just 4 gateways. We see some upgrades going out. Actually, double forge for Hero. Interestingly enough, also Blink is being pretty soon done for him, as he's very likely going for a timing push. We have 2 more gateways here, and we might see another pylon being pushed forward by Hero, just like in game number 1. So this is exactly why SCARLETT is just checking out the map. She's searching for those pylons. But I believe Hero might move forward with his army and with 1 or 2 probes just to secure the reinforcements. He might try to add a pylon into this location just to have that teleportation capability, and he's going really strong onto those gateway units. Once again, we might see him go massive Stalkers with Zealots. And yeah, the upgrades are also nicely kicking in. Also very beautiful looking upgrade here. I believe this could be armor, and this could be weapons 1 and armor. Blink is about to get finished, so Hero really putting much importance onto those upgrades. I believe as soon as the upgrades will finish, he is going to move forward, as we're closing at the 10-minute mark. SCARLETT clearing some stones just to give her more mobility here onto this map, and she's actually pushing forward. But there's a nice wall being prepared out of gateways now. She sees this, so she knows that something is coming towards her way. Some sentries have been added. Of course, sentries also really important for the Protoss army, and this Stargate is nicely scouting the expansion for SCARLETT. So yeah, in comes the push by Hero, just with a couple of Stalkers, and this is what I told you. He's of course preparing his reinforcements with a pylon into this location, also securing that pylon with those Stalkers. It's really important, and also having vision against those queen eggs with the Oracle. So yeah, let's see, this actually is even taking this expansion point, so very interesting position for here, very greedy and nice gameplay here, securing it with a cannon, with a twin battery, and sadly here for SCARLETT she's going to lose some overlords. Overlords were just floating there around, and the other overlords hidden here into this location. A hero with mass stalkers, it is for him once again, going to add some zealots. We can see of course the production tab is indeed speed is being done really soon for those zealots, and I believe once again hero with his signature attack, stalkers and zealots, as he's producing more and more workers. And look at that, even sniping one queen. Of course every kill is really important. In come the Zerglings in the front. I believe hero is going to just zip back, and yeah, just nicely just killing unit after unit. Look at that, he might even snipe yet another queen. SCARLETT not paying attention, sadly for her, she's just laying some eggs, and more queens of hers have been killed. So yeah, hero, like I told you, nicely abusing that blinking up ability for those stalkers as he's moving forward. She's just sniping those roaches, and yeah, the Zerglings do come forward. Hero just holds his ground this time. He's just wait for that blink to get back, but look at that, he's preparing of course the attack with some zealots. So those zealots in the front are much needed for him as he's moving forward against the Zerg. Just killing unit after unit and now waiting for the reinforcements. And yeah, SCARLETT already in some trouble. 2 drones have been snapped as well. There's another queen will be snapped. Of course not that much larva being there for the Zerg, as the zealots are now in the front and further, but hero looking like it's going to allow them to die, and just sniping the hatchery, and yeah, that blinking ability out of those stalkers really strong. And yeah, the stalkers are pretty much tanky against those Zerglings. Some of them will fall, but in the end they will hold, and at the same time he's pushing out once again with some Zerglings, this time in the center of the map. And he's getting some good connection, so the zealots will sadly fall for hero. There's an overseer, but yeah, the reinforcements are nicely being produced, and this time hero, interesting enough, is going for some Archons. So yeah, Archons with that splash damage, really strong against the Zerglings and the roaches. Let's see, it's going really heavily into High Templars more. We'll even use some High Templar Storms against those Zerglings. Let's see what exactly his decision is going to be, as his economy just allows him just to teleport more and more units into the front against SCARLETT. We've passed the 10-minute mark. We see some zealots pouring here forward. At the same time we have an attack here. SCARLETT needs to split her troops, but yeah, those Archons, 4 of them, are really deadly against all of those small Zergling units. And yeah, let's see, the Archons are in the front. They're being backed up by those stalkers. The hatchery is still alive. I guess he just keeps waiting for his reinforcement, and he's really wishing to snipe the units. So yeah, look at those Archons just melting those Zerglings, and they're really tanky with that shield. Finally the expansion has fallen, and yeah, the Zerglings will fall here as well, as the zealots have done a nice job. And yeah, that economy from hero just really strong. The zealots are also nicely kiting back and forth, looking for a new location. SCARLETT pretty much on the defense, as the Archons are now a real damage dealer. Let's have a look, 16 kills on this one, 14 on this one. So yeah, the splash damage is real, and now he's even linking forward with his stalkers. SCARLETT in some serious trouble, as hero shows us once again the advanced technology of the Protosses. We have 5 kills onto those drones, more and more watches are being produced. The SCARLETT in some serious trouble, as again a blink forward, and yeah, that is going to be the victory for hero, as in came the more zealots. And yeah, that pylon once again, very nicely done by hero, with a great early game with those oracles, catching SCARLETT off guard, snapping 9 to 10 workers. So great third game by him, giving him the victory, giving him the series. Hero takes it 2-1 versus SCARLETT with a nice strategy, mass gateway units actually that are being teleported with advanced technology from the Protoss into those pylons. So yeah, that warp technology really showing the advanced technology out of the Protoss. So yeah, nice game by hero. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, we'll be seeing of course in the next replays. This is Tommy signing out.